Welcome to Lanmou. Thank you so much for joining us today. This is going to be a general reading for the collective for Wednesday, January the 23rd. And folks, I've been meditating quite a bit. I've been feeling like I am in a meditative state. And for some reason, I've been thinking back about a dream I had over 10 years ago. It was around 2006, 2007. And I can only really remember the date because I remember where I was living then. And it was a very rare dream because I never had this kind of dreams before. And I've never repeated that dream before either. And I have a lot of spiritual people in my family. I came from a very spiritual family, a very spiritual background, really. So it's not unfamiliar to me, this kind of dreams. But it's just that I was never the one to experience those, or I never knew how to tap into that level of my subconscious, or to understand the spiritual messages, okay, that I receive. And perhaps I overlooked a lot of them because I just didn't understand them. And even this dream I'm about to share with you, I've never repeated it, but it's been coming back in my mind so much. And this morning, I woke up and that's all I could think about. And the dream was that I was laying in bed and I saw that the Madonna, and it wasn't the black Madonna, which was even more surprising to me. It was the image we have of the Virgin, the white looking lady in her robe, and like exactly the picture that you would see if you go to a Catholic church. That's it. That's how she appears. And it seems like she was coming from, basically from the air on top of my bedpost. And I cannot see whether she came through the roof or what, but I could see her coming down. Her feet never touched the bed or anywhere. She was suspended in the air, and she looked quite irritated. And she said, what she said was like, "That's not what I asked you to do. None of you are doing what you're supposed to do." She was upset, but the way she was talking, it's as if she had given directions to a group of people, and we're not following the directions. We're not doing her bidding or whatever it is that she wanted us to do. And she was literally giving me a message of that she's upset and she's disappointed. And as she was talking, there was almost a sense of anger, and it's as if she was not floating, but she was bouncing up and down, okay, in the air. And I was so confused even in the dream, and I remember it, and I'm like, why is she talking to me? Like, even after I woke up, I'm like, maybe she meant to visit somebody else. Like, I don't know what she meant. And I've just left it at that. It's one of those things. It's like I don't even want to open that box. But for whatever reason, it's been coming back to my mind. And today I've been thinking about the dream obsessively. And I wondered, how come she never came back? Is she satisfied now? Is the situation rectified? And now that I'm like knee deep into my spiritual awakening, I'm very curious, and I wonder if any of you out there have had this sort of dreams, and how do you interpret those dreams? And yes, this is the daily reading, but it's been coming so much to my mind, and I thought maybe I should do a separate video for it, but I don't have that many viewers where I feel like it warrants a separate video, okay? And I hope that sharing this with you does not take away anything from the reading. And the energy is just around me, so I've been feeling it so much already. And I'm going to start this daily reading with a daily guidance angel oracle card from Doreen Virtue. And I will not pick a woman's angel card today. I really don't feel like the energy that I'm feeling. It doesn't speak so much of women's. Since last Friday, I've been feeling it's more of a spiritual calling, and I feel even more so than ever that my role really in stepping into this journey and sharing my gift and really being of service to others is to help as many people as I can to tap into their intuition, to develop their own intuitive skills. Okay, so many of you, there are different ways to do that. For me, it really, I think I had it for so long I didn't realize or understand what it was. So I'm just going back now to understand certain things, certain events in my life. Okay, my thought process, the way I deal with things, and how subconsciously my own spirituality, my angels have always been guiding me, even though when I didn't understand. And I'm so grateful. I must say thank you at least 1,000 times a day. I say thank you to everything, about everything. I remember something and I say thank you so much. And having a spirit of gratitude is a good way to start. And I'm sorry guys, there's a lot of jumpers that are falling, but I don't feel like the energy has settled enough for me to start. And hopefully you cannot see me right now on camera as I bend over to take it, because I'm not in any state to be on camera, and I'm not that's not part of what I want to do here with this channel. All right, I'm ready now. Spirit, what daily guidance message you have for the collective for this Wednesday the 23rd? And I always shuffle the cards before I start the reading, okay? I burn my sage and start on the candle. I meditate on the energy. So, there we go. Listen. And at the bottom of the deck here, we have confidence. But our card for today is listen. Perhaps you want to read it yourself, but I will read it to you. Quiet your mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desire's manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. And she has her finger right there. It's such a beautiful angel. And the way the way she's enclosed there, in that it almost looks like the part of the female genitalia, doesn't it? Or is it me was seeing it that way? It's like the sacred place there. All right, so this is our angel guidance for today, and I will leave it right here on the table. So Spirit is asking us to listen, to quiet our mind. They'll speak through us. Perhaps that's also and that includes me. I wonder, did that situation resolve itself? Perhaps I need to quiet my mind. Perhaps she came back, or she's about to come back to answer my question. Why did she come to me in the first place? I never understood it. I never even shared it with anyone, especially my sister who knows a lot about dreams. I always want my dreams to her. And here I am sharing it with my YouTube family here. So she watches those videos as well. So I'm sure I'm going to receive a call inquiring about every details of that dream. But for you in your own personal life, especially today, please take a quiet moment, even if you have to go to the bathroom at your workplace, even if while you're driving, just take a moment to just be in the stillness of your heart and to listen, okay? Because there's a message coming in for us, for our spirit to ask us to listen. It's because they're trying to communicate something to us. And this is the Rider-Waite tarot deck, and I'm about to start the reading for you guys. Lovers card, the Eight of Wands, and the Page of Swords. All right, and at the bottom of the deck here we have the Knight of Cups. So especially knowing that Spirit is asking us to listen, this is especially meaningful because at this point what this reading is telling me is, I'm sorry, let me move this so you can see a little bit better the whole tableau here. All right, so I feel like what Spirit is asking of us, there's a bit to, it's to listen, to quiet our mind so we can listen to their guidance and to our own intuition. Their message is coming through, and it's the same thing that's showing up here in that tarot cards we pulled out for today. We have the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands deal with communication, especially communication coming from a long distance. Look, those wands are going quite quickly in the same directions and over a body of water, and you can see all the way in the far distance, and they still have ways to go. They're not yet to land. So you may be receiving communication from a loved one, as the lovers indicate, from a lover, or from about a romantic relationship, or from a Gemini, or perhaps you yourself are a Gemini. Also, we have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords also deals with communication. Okay, and the Page of Swords deals with it may not be the communication that is the most mature. It may be communication that's a little bit impulsive, especially the ones deals with fast movement. So that communication you receive, there may be a sense of impulsiveness about it, or it may come in quite quickly or unexpectedly, or it may not be coming from someone that you expect to hear from. Okay, and the long distance aspect of that also. And the Eight of Wands I always see as a blockage free card, as if there's no obstacles in the way of those wands. It's just the blue sky and they're just going on their way. So if there was any obstacle in your communication with another, with a loved one, or in a love relationship situation, you will be able, those blockages will be removed, okay, to allow space for that communication to happen. And we also have at the bottom of the deck, we have that Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups also deals with communication. That is the messenger, okay, the knights are messengers, and it's being the cup suit, that's a message most likely that deals with emotions. That seems like an emotional message. And we can see here there's a body of water in that Knight of Cups as well, right? Just like we have, there's a body of water that those ones must cross to get to their destination. So that's also another way that I'm getting that this communication is coming from a long distance, or this communication is something that's been long awaited. That's something you perhaps you even give up on, okay? Because the Page of Swords here tell us, to you it may come across as impulsive or unexpected, but whoever it is that's communicating to you, it may require some courage on their part, or they may feel like they have to just take the jump, take the leap, okay? To just, the way that he's holding the swords there, it's almost like a golf club, right? He's about to take his swing, his best swing. So, and if you golf, you know the way your feet are positioned, that's the direction that the ball will go to. So looking at the way the feet are positioned here, it will be going towards the future. All the ones are moving that way, towards the future, towards the east. So is the Knight of Cup, facing forward, right? And so although he's looking back, perhaps it deals with something from the past, someone from your past, but the feet themselves are facing that way. The way he's holding that sword, that's where he's swinging it towards, okay? So he's aiming for, hopefully, success. He has those birds on top of his head as well, and those birds are let me see, 4, 6, 10 birds. 10 is also the number we know of completion. It is a 10, also reduced to a 1, and a new beginning. Okay, I don't know why my eyes are going towards those birds. So that tells us as well that that communication either would complete a cycle, or that communication coming to you would allow you to complete perhaps an open-ended situation that you've been dealing with from the past that perhaps you even lost hope on, because he's also looking back, but the communication is aiming is towards the future. Where do we go from here? And I just put this down, and I can see the Two of Pentacles poking underneath that Knight of Cups. So you may have to decide, okay, what do you do once that communication is received? And we know that the Lovers, a lot of people see it as a decision-making card, although I do not see it that way. So for some, yes, it may have to deal with seeing that Two of Pentacles underneath the Knight of Cups. You may have to do make decisions once you receive that communication as far which path to follow. It may open new opportunities for you, or you may have to revisit the decisions you made in the past and decide, what do we do now? Okay, or that's a possibility if I read it in the traditional way. But the way I'm seeing the Lovers card here, it deals with a deeply emotional situation, a romantic situation with someone you've already known, you've known before. And as they show here in the Lovers card, like they are separated. They're almost very close in energetically. You can see it with the presence of the angel. And the angel is what's uniting them. They're under that same sun, but still they're not touching at all. They're both in the nude, they're both naked, but they're not touching. So they're both quite vulnerable, right? If you're looking at it in the sense of the Bible, that's before the original sin. They're still quiet, innocent. The snake is there on that tree. He has not, if you're seeing it as Adam and Eve, Eve has not taken a bite of that apple, or convinced Adam to take a bite of that apple. So they're still in their innocent way, and they're being looked over by that angel. Both hands open up, almost giving them a blessing to go forward, and that they are protected, perhaps whichever path that they take. So as always, apply the reading to yourself. And we know the first card we pulled had to do with listen. So I feel like it's not you who would be doing the communicating, since you're being asked to listen. It's someone else. Perhaps it's a spirit, your spirit guide. Perhaps it may be a younger person as well, having that Page of Swords there that's coming towards you. Okay, but please keep an open mind and an open heart, and quiet your mind and listen to whatever needs to be said, because there's something of value for you. Okay, and I will pull a mystical shaman oracle card for you to top up the reading. And thank you so much for those of you who are watching. I am very still new at this, but I got the calling to step up, so here I am. Thank you so much for your support. I do appreciate it, and I hope you keep coming back. And I sincerely hope that this message resonates with you. And if it does, please like, subscribe, and comment, so more people can have the opportunity to see this reading. I was waiting for a jumper to come, but there's no jumper. So at this point, oh, all right, there we go. Beauty Way, so beautiful. Beauty Way, we have number 4, and we have number 7, eagle underneath. So spread your wings and fly like the eagle. And perhaps eagles also, you know, say it's a bird that's message. I always see birds as messages. So here so far we had 4. We have a 6 with the Lovers card, and we have 8 with the 8 of Wands, and then we just picked a 4. And this is such a beautiful lotus flower on this 4 card. Beauty Way. So This card is asking you to create beauty in your life, and I'm looking into in the book there, because this book always have an extra um level of meaning when it deals with the spirituality aspect of those cards. Okay, so it's saying the beauty way invites you to create beauty in your life and to recognize the beauty inside yourself and in others. Stop to smell the roses, take a deep breath, look up at the stars, and recognize the splendor that surrounds you. See the beauty in whatever situation you find yourself in, and you will receive the lesson that life is teaching you in a kind and gentle way. Okay, so the last sentence here, that's what's sticking with me. Okay, you will receive the lesson that life is teaching you in a kind and gentle way. So it really goes with this, the way this angel is so softly touching her lips, saying to listen. Listen so you can receive the message. Like I said, there's something of value. There is a lesson there for you to receive. Okay? Quiet your mind. Stop to smell the roses. Take a deep breath. Look up at the stars. It's almost like a sense of meditation. And I cannot express it enough. That's how I've been feeling lately. Like during the day, night, in such a deep state of meditation. Okay? And I think Spirit is asking you to do the same at this time. We're still in a self evaluation, contemplative mode. So embrace that energy, and hopefully, the messages that you're receiving from Spirit, from your intuition, from the divine, from the universe, from your spirit guides, from your ancestors, from your angels, hopefully that message is very well received, and you can understand it and also make the best use of it, not just for yourself but for the greater good. And once again, thank you, and come back to see us again. Remember, love is the only answer.